Alright, I'm back at the hive at the garden. I got some sugar and a frame. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that feeder out and I'm going to move the feeder up so I can access it better. And I'm also going to move that one frame that needs to be retired. I'm going to take that out if all the bees are out of it. I'm also going to check for queen cells just to make sure they're not trying to swarm. So I'll take the rock off. Alright, I got the lid off. There's definitely a lot more bees in here than even last time I looked at them. You know, there might even be some baby bees up in this top box. Have to look. But I'm actually just going to pull this top one off and set it over there. I'm not going to open it up. I'll look through this one as I'm putting it back together. Anyway, here's the frame I was talking about retiring. Looks like the queen hasn't been here. There's no new eggs. And I can see most of the bees have hatched out. There's some still in the process of hatching out. So it looks like I could have left it in here for another day. There's some drone brood. So what I might have to do is put this up into the top box and let all the bees hatch out. You see there's some in the middle there. The queen cells, they still have nothing in them. That might be just because I moved it out. So pull out a couple of these drones and see if I got any Varroa mites. And open them up. Fairly fragile and hard to get out. There we go. They look pretty good to me. You look down at the bottom of that cell. Yeah, there's no Varroa mites on that one. Not that one either. Alright, I'll check the bottom board later. It's good to do that occasionally. Let's set this over so the sun's not directly on it. Let's see what I got in here. Hang on. Alright, you can see here the frame that I put in with the empty foundation. Let's pull it out and see how much they've drawn on there. Looks like quite a bit. Looks like they're trying to draw drone cells in the middle there. That's the trouble with this time of year. The older hives want to start making lots of drones. That's worker brood mostly. That's why I used foundation. Oops. Alright, here's another queen cell. It looks empty. It's freshly made. So I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm just going to take note of where it's at so that I can come back and look at it later. Because they're definitely thinking of swarming. And I'm going to go ahead and let them swarm, but I'm going to do it artificially. Maybe I'll take a little shook swarm from these guys and use one of those queens that they're making. Alright, let's take a look at this other frame that I put in here. It's also got a little bit of drone cells in the middle there, but otherwise is mostly workers. It's full of eggs, at least on this side. It's good. Alright, I can see that there's one more queen cell right down in here where I cut the comb out to make the queens. It's kind of interesting that they would do that. Looks like, looking down in there, there's another one there. It doesn't look like either of them have got anything in them. So, yeah, there's also one down at the bottom of this frame here. Doesn't look like there's anything in them just yet, but I need to keep an eye on them. Once they start capping them, or once they start putting anything in there, I need to start making an artificial swarm. Alright, I put that other empty foundation frame right there. And I pushed all these over to take up all the empty space. And now I've got enough room for 2 more frames. I was gonna take them out of this top box here. You can see the queen has definitely been up in here. See all the brood? Well, drone cells up in there. So they are moving up into the upper box. Let's see what's on this one. Yeah, there's some worker larvae in there. Good. Quite a bit of cap cells up in here too. Well, I'll find a couple of frames to put right here. Alright, I just found a foundation without very much drawn on it, and I also put a honey frame in here. That way I've got all 10 in the bottom box. Now I'm going to go ahead and just put this box up on top. I went through and looked through this, and all of these right here have got brood in them. This one is mostly drones, but that's the only major drone frame. And I didn't see any queen cells, so there's that. I had to take out one of the frames to make the feeder fit. I'll replace it as soon as I can take this frame out. This one takes up a little bit more than the one frame size because it's all crooked. So it's another reason why I want to get rid of it. So anyway, yeah, put my sugar water in here. This ought to get them going even more than they were. It's just spilled a whole bunch. Lovely. Remind me to go clean off the bottom board now. Oh, look at that. Apparently this is bigger than 1 gallon. Alright. Let's take this bottom board out while I'm still thinking above it. See if we got any mites at least. Yeah, there's that sugar that just went all the way to the bottom. Yeah, go ahead and set this up here. See what we got. Looks like there's some ants. Interesting. Some little flecks of wax. The bee just stung me in the nose. Ow. As long as the ants stay down here, it's not really that big of an issue. You can see there's some little flakes of wax that they've dropped. I still don't see any Varroa mites. So, just clean this off and looks like they're doing pretty good. Here we are. Alright, I've finished what I was going to do. I probably ought to mention the date in each of my videos. Right now it's the 15th of April. Anyway, so those bees do have some queen cells, and there might be also some ants that I need to keep an eye on. I'll come back next week and do another check for the queen cells. Maybe I'll bring something for the ants if it becomes an issue. I had to take one of the frames out. I'll bring this back and replace the frame that's in there. Might even be able to bring back two. But, alright. That's it for now. I'll come back to these guys next week. Give them some more sugar. They're really coming along.